Folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're going to do a float trip down the Peshtigo River for smallmouth and pike. These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, if you are looking for a really cool fishing experience in September, October, floating down a river is just awesome. And what we're doing today is fishing the Peshtigo River, and it's loaded with smallmouth bass, northern pike, and what's really cool, you feel like you're up in Canada. It's absolute wilderness. And we're with our buddy Tim Maher, who we do all these float trips with. And Tim, first of all, I want to tell the folks, you hardly ever see anybody out here, do you?
Yeah, you rarely see people, and when you do, there's enough space so you don't have to worry about heavy pressure. It's beautiful out here and quiet.
Now tell the folks too about these rafts. They're very comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah, it's super comfortable. I mean, they got nice swivel seats, there's cushion, I mean, a good back support. Everybody says they're super comfortable.
In a couple of weeks now, we'll have full colors too, and that's a great time to come down the river. But tell me about the fishing.
The fishing's been really good, John. We've been getting quite a few on topwater. We've been getting a little bit of everything. Neds, topwater, spinner baits. We've been getting a lot of fish.
A lot of action.
Yes.
Hey, we're going to do good today, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Hey folks, we'll show you what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Folks, as you know, I drive tens of thousands of miles a year, and my truck's got a lot of mileage on it. That's why I love AMSOIL synthetic high mileage motor oil. Formulated with unique chemistry for vehicles over 75,000 miles, it fights buildup with a boosted detergent package and shields vital parts with enhanced anti-wear additives. Proven to cut sludge by 67% and prevent deposits up to 62% better than Mobil 1, it helps engines run cleaner, last longer, and perform better. It's guaranteed protection for 12,000 miles or 1 full year. You are covered mile after mile. AMSOIL, high mileage synthetic motor oil. Power that lasts, protection you can trust.
Mother Nature can be tough. That's why the Quest series is tougher. 50% more torque to power through punishments. 30% longer battery runtime. And whisper quiet operation that conceals your position. All so you can fish fearlessly. The bigger the question marks, the better the Quest.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As we talked about, we're doing a float trip down the beautiful Peshtigo River after smallmouth and northern pike. And Tim, as you go down these rivers, how can you figure everything looks good? You know, both shorelines look good. There's trees, everything else to cast at. But are there certain spots that are better than others?
I usually look for the dark water. You can see a lot of this is sandy looking. You want the dark stuff along the shoreline. Most of the stuff is shore oriented.
Okay.
A lot of undercut banks, grassy shorelines, stuff like that.
And it's fun. It's target casting. I like that.
Yep. You got to be a pretty decent caster.
Oh, well, I tell you what, we've caught a couple of small ones so far, folks, and this one isn't big.
We both got
But I'll tell you what, there we go. They are fun. Timmy, look at that guy. Now, over the course of a day, you'll get plenty that size.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what, about a 14?
He's probably pushing 15 inches there.
But folks, if you want action, this is the trip. I mean, tell the folks, what's your record this year, number of fish in one day?
We had 107 fish between me and a customer.
That's amazing. And some big ones too, right?
Yeah, we had some 20 inchers, 21 inchers.
That was on a wacky worm, right?
Yep.
All right. That was fun. That was a surface bait hit, huh?
Yeah, whopper plopper.
That is cool. And that's one of your favorite techniques here too, isn't it?
Yeah, I love topwater fishing.
And that is, yeah, when you can hear the hit, that's what's cool.
Come here, buddy.
Nicely done. You like those Kalen's nets, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah, now that fish fought a lot bigger than he is, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And that's but the surface bait hit, and there's days when that is magic, right?
Yeah, the other day we caught over 80 fish on top water.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just like a 14-inch
Now, we're
nice
gonna get
fat
bigger
one.
ones. We're just enjoying our action. That was your next cast, my friend.
Yeah, I took the drop shot out.
Oh, so that's the cool thing here is we should talk about what we're using here. Boy, they fight against that current. It is just amazing, folks. You want to have some fun. This is the deal. Can you get them there, man? There you go. That's a little better fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice job. But you know, you and I both have 2 rods ready. And you got a surface bait on one. You actually have 3 rods ready. You got a surface bait, you got a swim jig, and you got a drop shot.
Yep.
Right? And you can fish that spot first with a surface bait. And if you don't get hit, cast another bait in there that's underwater, and a lot of times you get bit, right?
Yeah, there's usually, I mean, in these areas, these fish are always here. You just got to figure out what they're feeding on.
That's a pretty fish there, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Using that wacko worm there, Tim, and as soon as that bait hit the water, that fish was all over it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, decent fish, too.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, yeah. No, that was interesting. As soon as that bait hit the water, my line jumped, you know?
A lot of the time, that's how it'll go as soon as you hit.
Yeah, there you go. Show the folks that fish. Now, that's a nice smallmouth anywhere you go, but doubly nice when you're fishing in the wilderness like this, you know?
Yeah,
That's what makes it to me. You know?
Absolutely. It's a gorgeous fish.
You know, we fish a lot, and looking ahead, September and October are great months to do this, aren't
Absolutely. It was fantastic the last couple of years in September and October.
they? And the fish are actually bite a little bit better, too, don't
Yeah,
they?
it gets better and better.
Yeah. And, boy, that's a nice little fighter there, about, what, 13, 14 inches?
Oh, I think you got a 15 here, John.
Yeah. You could have heard that hit a mile away. Did he come up and club that, huh?
Yeah, that's a good
I mean, that was cool. It looks like a good one, huh?
Yeah.
It's a pike. This is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that's a decent pike right there.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Boy, I'll tell you what, folks, that hit, you really could have heard a long way away.
That
right,
thing
Tim?
clobbered that.
And that's the cool thing, and we'll show the bait you're using here once we get this pike in. Nice fish,
Yeah.
but you've gotten some big ones in here, huh?
Oh yeah, there's 40 inches in here for sure.
40s?
Oh yeah.
Wow, good job, pal. But
Gotcha.
that surface bait, man, that was a foot from shore, one twitch and kaboom, huh?
Yep, they love that. The first couple of feet usually is your best chance at them.
And a nice thing too, folks, about doing this trip is it's only about 2 hours from Milwaukee, 3 hours from Chicago. You can do this in one day. The float trip is a lot of fun, and you got a shot at good fish. That's got a nice back on them too there, buddy. No, a lot of fun to see that hit. And I want to mention too that, you know, if folks want to do this, you have all the equipment for everybody?
Yeah, I have everything you need. All
Rods,
you got.
reels, everything?
Yep, all you need to bring is your fishing license, dress for the weather, and food and drinks for the day.
Hey, I want to mention too, perfect father-son, father-daughter trip. Are you still running that special?
Absolutely. Any kids under 16 are free.
Wow.
One kid per adult, obviously.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. All Yum soft plastic baits are 30% off. It's the perfect time to restock your tackle box and load up on your favorites.
Ooh, this one feels decent.
That's a nice fish,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah, there we go. Whoa, control them, Timmy.
We're going to have to back up a
Here
little
we
bit.
go, buddy, here we go. Ooh, that is a nice bass. There
Got
we
him.
go.
I got to back the
Nicely
boat up
done.
here now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Tim is an absolute pro at handling this raft and catching fish, netting fish, and casting all at the same time. Aren't you?
I'm all right at it.
Yeah, you do it every single day. This is actually a nice bass. And it's interesting, folks, because I broke off my wacko worm on a log, and I just threw this other one that had a Kalen's jerk minnow on it. And boy, he hammered that, didn't he?
Yeah, he thumped it.
Isn't that a pretty fish?
Yeah.
Now, what's that one's about 18, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that's, boy, did he fight too, man.
He will not straighten out.
And you said, hey, cast in right by that tree. And you know, you look all over the spots that we're fishing, Tim, along in here, and what makes one tree better than the other, you know?
Honestly, it's just the day, man. One day they'll be on this side of the river, tomorrow they might be on the other side.
We were fishing the Peshtigo River in Peshtigo, Wisconsin, a 2.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 3.5 hours from Chicago, and 5 hours from Minneapolis. Folks, join us September 21st at the Okauchee Lions Park. It's the Rick Hanfler Memorial Packer Party benefit for Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. For just $75, you'll enjoy all kinds of delicious food, beer, drinks, drawings, auctions, music, and of course the big Packer game on big screen TVs. Don't miss your chance at amazing prizes, including a televised fishing trip for two with me, a team-signed Packers football, vintage decoys, and so much more. All proceeds go to the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, carrying on Rick's wish to keep this tradition alive. Let's do it for the kids at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin.
When you're meeting with a client, it's so important that you're present with them and you're listening. I've heard lawyers say your job as a trial lawyer is to read the law, understand the law, make the argument. You can't get emotionally connected with your client. I completely disagree with that. In order to tell your client's story, you want to learn what's important to them. Sit down and have a meal together. Learn about their family. Learn about their history. Learn about where they're from. You have to emotionally connect with them. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
There's another one that just chomped that right off the surface, Tim.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What can I do for you here?
We might need you to net it, John.
Okay, let me put this rod down. All right. No, this is a nice fish. There we go. Boy, is that, now there is a smallmouth bass.
Yep. You want to slide that handle in?
What's that?
Slide that handle in a little bit so I don't jack you.
On the surface bait. Wow. Again, folks, you can hear them, man. It's like kabloom, you know? And that surface bait fishing, you really just love it, don't you?
It's my favorite thing. Even if I catch less fish, I'll stick with the surface bait. It usually gets the bigger fish.
Yeah, now that's a beauty right there. And 17, 18?
Yep.
And you've had them how big in here?
21, 22.
But I don't know if this is what you'd call a trophy fishery.
No, it's a quality.
Numbers deal, action deal, and again, the beauty of just floating down this river is amazing. And how long does a float trip last, Tim?
About 8 hours.
Okay, and you not only do this river, what other rivers do you like to do?
I do probably 6 different rivers, but I do the Oconto, the Menominee, the Peshtigo, the Embarrass, the Wisconsin a little bit.
And you go to whichever river you think is going to be good for that specific day.
Yes, sir.
And wind never bothers you here, does it?
Not most of the time. I mean, you can get out of it somewhere.
Nice fish.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, folks, as we talked about before, we both have rods rigged up. And on this one, I have a jerk minnow. And the primary baits that we're using, though, are really what, Tim?
This is a wacko worm, and this is a whopper plopper.
Okay, and just a plain hook on the wacko worm, because we're fishing pretty shallow, right?
Yeah, you don't need anything weighted. There's a lot of snags and stuffs, too. You start adding weight, and you're in the wood.
Can you imitate a whopper plopper coming through the water? What does it sound like?
Plop, plop, plop.
That's right. Oh, you get the big ones and I get the what do you call them? Medium shums.
Schmediums.
Schmediums. Yeah, I got a schmedium. Oh, but no, I can't get over this. And you know, for folks that don't fish a lot, this is an experience that you would really, really enjoy because the action is here. And those smallmouth, even that size, Tim.
Oh, they really fight.
You know, and I love that deal that you have where you know, if a father brings his son or daughter, there's no charge. And for kids to experience a bite like that on an artificial lures, is that special for you to see?
Absolutely, man. I love putting smiles on kids' faces. That's what started it all for me. me. That's what kept me out of trouble. So I'm all about getting more kids involved.
And again, you know, we haven't seen anything on this river in the first couple of hours of fishing. And you want to get away from the you know, the rat race out there in the world. This is a great way to spend a day. Another one I heard. Another one I heard. And we are really, folks, catching a fish every couple of minutes. That's what makes this so much fun. And every time you cast, it looks like a great spot. You can't really tell how big they are when they hit that surface bait. Everyone sounds like a whale, you know? Mm-hmm. Hey, Tim, while we get a chance, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, the upcoming fall, and especially late November, December. You switch gears and actually do some steelhead fishing, which is really a lot of fun. We're taking a look at a trip that you and I did last year, late November, and that steelhead fishing is a special experience, isn't it?
It's probably my favorite thing in the world, man. Just watching it, setting the hook on a steelhead and watching them scream and jump, and they're just like rocket ship on your line.
And should mention too, you do it in this same raft, and you know, a lot of guys fish the different rivers and gotta go in waders and everything else, and that's a tough deal. But you're very comfortable in this raft, and I think the last time we went out, we had like 15 steelhead.
Yeah, we did. We had a really good day. It's an awesome way to fish out of the raft. It takes all the physical labor out of it.
And you do all the rivers from, like, say, Milwaukee all the way up to Door County.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and that's a special deal. And when is the time frame for that?
So again? I'll start running them in early November. If it cools off, it'll be real early November. Otherwise, as it gets cold, as soon as that first cold snap hits, they start eating.
I got a small one on. Yours looks a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, it seems like a solid fish.
I lost mine. That was fine. I had a small one on. That one looks, they are so acrobatic.
He is a scrappy
they'll
fish.
hit a surface bait all the way into October, won't they?
Yeah, we were getting them even on cold days last year.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And you know, the average depth of the river, you could not, folks, in any way get a regular boat through here.
No.
And how shallow a water will these rafts actually go through, Tim?
4 inches I can draft in.
Wow.
Another 16, 17.
So you have accessibility to many, many spots that regular boats don't have.
Yeah, and even like kayaks can come up and down the rivers, but they can't fish like we can.
No, you can stand in this boat easy and cast. One other thing I want to mention, though, too, is this gets real popular, your business, September, October. Do you have any openings?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. If people call right away, we'll get them in the books.
You know, folks, I'll tell you what, this raft is definitely stable enough to stand in, and that's nice for fishing. If you want to stand, Tim, it works out just fine, right?
It's really nice to be able to stretch out, and I mean, you can cast better standing too.
Right.
That's got a nice brace for you.
Yeah, got a brace right here. But yeah, you don't like to sit all day, and that's kind of nice break, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the one that was hitting my wacko worm. That is a nice pike.
Yeah, he's not bad
Yeah,
at
that's, you know, hey man, that's true sport right there. Oh yeah, nice job. And on the surface bait again?
Yep, whopper plopper.
The whopper plopper. So on an average day, how many fish do you guys catch on an average day, Tim?
I would say at least 30. Some days we'll push a lot better than that.
But I mean, that's a lot of action, and we've certainly had that today, you know?
Yeah.
Good fish. Ooh, look at my rod bending there. That's that beautiful 2B rod, man. And
nice smallie there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, that is a beauty right there. Yeah. I don't want to lose this guy, Tim.
No.
Oh my gosh, wait till you see this one, folks. Oh yeah, there we go. Bring him in, you got him. That's a beautiful fish there, pal.
Yeah.
That might be 20 inches, right?
Yeah, we're pushing it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was great. You knew it right away when I set the hook too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And that wacko worm, I got my wacko worm back too.
Yeah, you got her this time.
That's the 3-pounder, right?
Oh, I bet she's closer to 4.
Yeah, that is interesting. You know, you and I were talking before when the camera was off. These fish have a lot to eat in this river, huh?
Yeah.
What, minnows mostly?
Yeah, there's crayfish, there's minnows, there's hellgrammites, there's all kinds of bugs. Sometimes you'll see them feeding on the surface on little tiny bugs.
Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2025 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Patrick O'Brien of Delafield, Wisconsin, caught this 19.5-inch smallmouth bass in Door County on a Ned rig. Rick Byer of Neenah, Wisconsin, caught this 23-inch largemouth bass on Lake Winnebago on a spin lure. Bruce Gannott of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, caught the 16-inch red ear, 4.5 pounds on Lake Havasu on a jig. Kelly Kopaz of Madison, Wisconsin, caught this 15-inch crappie on Lake of the Woods using a minnow. And this week's first kid winner is Patrick Smutka of Chaska, Minnesota, caught this 28-inch walleye on the Rainy River using a jig. And Evan Koenig of Mosinee, Wisconsin, caught this 29-inch walleye in Minnesota on a tip-up. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, keep your tackle organized with the Okeechobee Fats Tackle Backpack. Now $10 off, just $39.99. Plus, all Coast flashlights are 15% off.
The Quickset screen shelters are perfect for campers and outdoor enthusiasts looking for additional space and comfort. With a fast and easy setup in less than 60 seconds with no additional poles or assembly required, you will be able to enjoy the outdoors faster. Quickset screen tents feature no CM mesh, so you can be bug-free in the comfort of your screen tent late into the evening. The Quickset screen tents are available in a wide range of models, so there's a perfect one for everyone. Quickset by Clam.
You know, folks, with my buddies using leeches and crawlers all day, I'm glad I've got the Johnson Pump washdown kit. All I can do then is spray down the boat and get all that stuff out of there. But the Johnson Pump washdown kit has another use. It's 92 degrees and humid today. Now watch. I'll take care of my buddy Tom in the back. There we go, Tommy. Hey, man. Oh, there we go, buddy. Oh, Johnson Pump washdown kit. What do you think of that, buddy?
I love it. I need one.
Yeah.
Can they put them on pontoon boats?
They're great for pontoon boats. There you go, buddy.
Wait until my wife sees that one. I'm going to get her too.
Yes, sir, Tommy. That is refreshing, buddy. I am going to get you a Johnson Pump washdown kit.
Feel the difference in every cast, in every bite, in every moment, in every adventure, no matter the season. When everything is on the line, every memory you make, feel the difference.
That one hit way away from shore, you know, that's unusual.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, there he is.
Another 18, 19-inch fish.
Yeah, get in there, buddy. Look at him.
Smokes.
Look at him battle.
Gotcha.
There you go. And one thing I want to mention, folks, when I'm fishing rivers, and I think you'll agree with this, you know, I love the Seagar fluorocarbon leader material. I go a little heavier in rivers, right?
Yeah, I've been running 15.
And what is that new bass one they have?
The Pounce.
The Pounce, that's it. Seagar fluorocarbon Pounce. And it's invisible to the fish, but hey, when you're in wood and rock and big smallmouth, good idea to have that leader material like that, right?
Absolutely.
Again, it's 15 pound.
Yeah, that's the one I've been using. I've been super impressed, man. That stuff is strong, super abrasion resistant.
And it's called Pounce.
Yep.
15 pound. You are hot on those northern pikes today, buddy.
Yeah, they've been
seriously,
good.
Man.
They love that top water.
As soon as you set the hook, it sounds like it got a 50-inch muskie on, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, those pike are a lot of fun.
I love them.
And, you know, folks, if you're going to eat a fish, I think a pike 28, 30 inches long is delicious.
Yes,
you know?
this is a good eating size right here.
Yeah, decent pike, right?
Yeah, not bad. He put up a heck of a fight.
Well, again, when they explode on that surface bait, it sounded like a giant.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Gets you excited, that's for sure.
You can tell they're a bigger fish when they start running right away, right?
He just slurped it, too.
I know. But seriously, when they start running like that and running down,
I think it's a bigger fish anyway.
Is it? Oh yeah,
it's
nice
decent.
bass. Look at him dig like that. I love that.
He's not even that big.
He got me there. That's a dandy. And just your lure just came off too when you got in the net. That makes life easier for you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know one thing we haven't talked about today, or we did, I guess, at the very beginning of the show. You don't take a lot of casts into the middle of the river. This is mainly a shoreline deal, right?
Yeah, shoreline oriented for sure.
And you want to make your casts as close to shore as possible?
Yeah,
Tim?
that one basically touched the shore and he ate it right away.
And I think if I think about all the hits that I've had today, they've all come as soon as the bait hits the water, you know, most of them. So be alert on your casts, right?
Yes, sir.
But don't bother with the middle of the river, huh?
I mean, it's okay to make a cast there once in a while. If you can't see the bottom, it's worth it. But most of your fish are definitely going to come from the shoreline.
Yeah. What a day this has been. And we're only, what, 4 hours into the trip?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So how long is a trip, Tim?
I mean, normal trips are around 8 hours. Sometimes we'll end up a little longer than that, but...
Turn around. Yeah. That surface bait has been a lot of fun to watch today, you know that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of action.
So the trip is about 8 hours?
Yeah, it's an 8-hour trip.
That was, what happened on that there?
Crushed that thing.
Yeah, that's a nice bass right there. He just crushed it as soon as that thing hit the water. We've been talking about that all day. Yeah, look at that, against that current. You're having a little problem. Let's see. Woo. There.
Come on.
Ooh, come on. One more. Nicely done. Is that the biggest of the day?
No, I think you got the biggest one.
That was so tight to shore. You'd think some of these fish, they got to be sitting right in that grass, right?
Yeah, there's like undercut banks, and they sit right under that grass and the undercuts waiting for stuff to hit the water.
And that hit the water, and boom, he hit you. Tim Maher does really cool float trips down all the tributaries of the Bay of Green Bay on a daily basis. For more information, give Tim a call. That phone number is 920-604-4169. 604-4169.
One of my favorite meals is stuffed bell peppers. First, start by cutting your peppers in half and put them in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes. While your peppers are in the oven, start by sauteing diced red onion in a saucepan. Then add your Johnsonville mild Italian sausage. Once your sausage is fully cooked, add a can of diced tomatoes, a cup of cooked rice, and then your favorite cheese. Once your peppers are done, add your Johnsonville Italian mild sausage mixture into your peppers, sprinkle some more cheese, and put it back in the oven until the cheese is fully melted. Johnsonville mild Italian sausage. Find it at your favorite retailer today.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Folks, if you want to do a fall float trip with Tim Maher, he does have some openings. And that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know if we're going to fish yet. We will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.